there's only one thing that I was left going like, I wonder why. And Bill Simmons approached this a little bit in one of his interviews, that many of the antagonists of the Celtics didn't want to be on camera. And I thought, oh, that's so weird. Isiah, Magic, LeBron, all of these enemies of the state, and none of them wanted to be interviewed. And I thought, that's so weird because, I mean, yeah, okay, it's a Celtics doc, but like, I thought James Worthy came off great in this, and Worthy was happily anti-Celtics. He loved being anti-Celtics. So how much of a bummer was it? And what's your thought on why so many of those guys just didn't want to talk?
So the why of it, I think, Bill Simmons has said numerous times, the Last Dance kind of, freak people out. No one wants to be made to look bad, and no one wants to, be the villain. It was funny because like when we were doing the captain, I can't tell you how many people were like, am I gonna look like Jerry Krause in this? So like people are totally aware of what could happen. So I understand, we do have some of the same executive producers of The Last Dance on this. And so when we do outreach, people, they do their research and they see who it is. And yeah, there's a few of those names you mentioned that all I really wish happened was that they got on the phone with Lauren or me, and we can tell them like, hey, look, this is what these are the questions we're going to ask you. These are the moments that we want to explore with you. And, with Isiah, that's the one where I'm just like, I'm really bummed. And I understand Isiah didn't want to talk, most likely because of the comments that he made, right after they got eliminated in '87 in the Eastern Conference Finals. That sparked a lot of controversy. He also was, made to be a villain in The Last Dance. But like, we also know that Isiah Thomas had a friendship with Bill Russell that we wanted to explore. That the crazy story that we really wanted to get in there was that when Isiah throws that pass that Bird picks off, that turns that series in '87, Isiah gets the ball stolen. After the game, Bill Russell calls Isiah Thomas and like gives him a pep talk. And like, that story would have been so great getting from Isiah instead of the two reporters we have telling that story, that we tried it just didn't land. And also, like, Isiah has said numerous times publicly that like the Celtics taught the Pistons how to win. Losing to them in '87 and playing against those guys taught them how to be champions, which we also thought was interesting. In the end, like what I told Isiah's people was like, he won. So I don't know what he's, so worried about. We're just going to present him as an opponent. Same with Magic, same with all these other, with LeBron. I wish we got him. I think we did a great job of, you don't really feel their absence. And I also agree with you 100%. James Worthy is the man. He was great.
Yeah. I mean, and Magic. Jerry West was phenomenal. Yeah. Because Magic specifically is so charismatic. So is Isiah, but Magic he's never the enemy. He's always is charming and amazing. And he won twice against Bird. So It would be like, he would have the ultimate role on this of like, and I got him back in '85 and '87. And what can you say about that? So, yeah, that was weird to me that they didn't want to speak. Also, it's just a sports documentary. It's not like the George Carls, and I guess Jerry Krause does get his legacy. I guess does get tarnished in his after that. But it's like, so Isiah's life didn't change much. I can't imagine because of The Last Dance, nor would it after this documentary as well.
I'll be honest. I don't know. I don't know how those things. I'm not Isiah Thomas, so I can't speak for that. But I agree, and also like it's not the same. We weren't going to set him up. There was no gotcha.
Definitely.
I'm not saying that's what happened in The Last Dance either. That's the way he feels. That's the way he feels. So yeah, I agree with everything you're saying. I really wish those guys would it's just sports.
And you never know how you will be framed. So I can empathize with that. But I bet you if they had watched this 9-part series, they would no longer be worried that they would have been framed unfairly, because you guys were very level, very even-handed about everything